It is the first sighting of a group of British teens since they disappeared from London just 2 weeks ago. Take a look at this. This is surveillance video from Turkey. What it shows is the three missing girls, it is believed, boarding a bus in Istanbul. Authorities believe they have already crossed into neighboring Syria with plans to join ISIS. Both British counterterrorism officials and the girls' parents have tried to persuade them to return home. This may be yet another example of the ISIS propaganda machine. Let's discuss it with Dr. Qanta Ahmed, author of In the Land of Invisible Women and a scholar. Thank you very much for being with me. It is incredible to see how effective the ISIS propaganda machine has become. Not only targeting young men, clearly targeting young women as well. Why do you think it is so effective?
I mean, I think it's interesting. These are British female Muslims, British citizens. I was a British Muslim schoolgirl too. They are being seduced into the narrative. Even their dress on the CCTV is very characteristic of this neo-orthodoxy. They're wearing a pseudo-Arab Gulf dress with sneakers, something that appeals to British youth tremendously. And I think this is entirely a choice. I've just returned from London a few hours ago. And the British public is mortified, not just by these girls, but also by the discovery of the identity of Jihadi John. And there's a lot of hand-wringing in Britain. Why has this happened? This is happening out of a choice, a seduction in joining a narrative. And these are individuals who are electing to pursue what they think will be some kind of adventure, some kind of ideal purpose. It's very difficult to combat. Well, worth noting are the parents of these British Muslim girls, completely flabbergasted and upstanding citizens themselves. Ethnically, the girls look to me to be of Bangladeshi heritage too. So this cuts across all sectors. Mohammed Emwazi was a Kuwaiti in origin. So it cuts genders, it cuts demographics, and it cuts national origins.
Well, absolutely, and it's not only happening in Europe. I mean, it's happening here in the United States. I want you to listen to the director of the FBI talking about just how vast the fight against this recruitment is right now. Listen.
ISIL in particular is putting out a siren song through their slick propaganda, through social media that goes like this. Troubled soul, come to the caliphate. Right? You will live a life of glory. These are the apocalyptic end times. You will find a life of meaning here fighting for our so-called caliphate. And if you can't come, kill somebody where you are. Right? That is a message that goes out to troubled souls everywhere, resonates with troubled souls, people seeking meaning in some horribly misguided way. Those people exist in every state. Right? I have homegrown violent extremist investigations in every single state.
In every single U.S. state.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Not at all. And when I listen to Director Comey, his words are eerily resonant of the actual accounts I heard in Pakistan's northwest frontier 3 or 4 years ago from Pakistani boys and how they were seduced into Taliban operations. It's the same story. It was the same story 10 years ago when it was luring al-Qaeda, and it's probably going to be a similar story if you interviewed someone from Boko Haram. So it's not just the story, it's the medium. We are now in an era of unprecedented social media, which is just incubating this much more rapidly than anything before seen, and also transcending all kinds of boundaries, national and otherwise.
Dr. Ahmed, thank you very much for joining me on this. We'll continue to discuss it and focus it on this show.
My pleasure, Poppy.